Have you ever wondered when was the last time someone was truly struck by your personal style and grace? For women over 60, there's often an unspoken societal pressure to simplify, to blend in, and to prioritize practicality over sophistication. But imagine for a moment that you could possess the secret to always being the most elegant woman in any setting, and it only requires 6 essential, enduring wardrobe items, no trend chasing or trying to reclaim your youth necessary. Through my observations, I've noticed a recurring pattern. Women in this age group tend to fall into 2 common styling pitfalls. First, they completely abandon the idea of style, believing their appearance no longer holds value. Second, they overcompensate, attempting to dress in ways that feel forced or inauthentic to appear younger, which often results in feeling awkward and overlooked. There is a refined path that avoids both extremes, a way to dress that exudes confidence, grace, and sophistication, perfectly honoring the incredible woman you are now. In the following guide, I will reveal 6 foundational pieces that should be in every elegant 60-plus woman's closet. These selections have nothing to do with expensive brand names or fleeting seasonal fads. Instead, they are the building blocks of timeless presence, a silent authority that commands respect and turns heads without ever needing a loud statement. True elegance is not about masking your age. It's about showcasing the wisdom, the life stories, and the quiet self-assuredness that comes with maturity. Which of these fashion traps have you found yourself avoiding or falling into? If you've ever stood in front of your closet and thought, "None of this feels like me anymore," then stay with me. This video is going to give you a fresh outlook, not just on what you wear, but on how you feel about yourself. Too often, society tries to sell us the idea that elegance is reserved for youth, that it's about flawless skin, a perfect figure, or the latest trend. But here's the truth. Elegance has very little to do with those things. At its core, elegance is a state of mind. It's about grace. Grace in movement, grace in conversation, grace in how you treat others. It's the calm assurance of someone who knows who she is and doesn't need to shout it. And that assurance, my friend, only gets stronger with age. At 60 and beyond, your style should reflect the wisdom you've earned. You no longer have to prove yourself to anyone. You dress not because you're trying to fit in, but because you want to express your dignity, your vitality, and your self-respect. And here's something fascinating. Studies in psychology show that what we wear directly influences how we feel and how others perceive us. When you dress with elegance, you send a message that you value yourself, that you're still vibrant, and that you deserve to be seen. Think about women like Helen Mirren or Sophia Loren. Their elegance doesn't come from chasing trends, it comes from authenticity. Their clothing choices are simple but refined, always enhancing their presence rather than distracting from it. That is what true elegance looks like after 60. So when we talk about elegance in fashion, remember it's not just fabric and seams. It's psychology, it's confidence, it's storytelling. And the good news is, you don't need an overflowing closet to embody it. You only need a few carefully chosen pieces that reflect this philosophy. Let's start with the very first one, the tailored blazer. If there is one single item that can instantly transform your look from casual to polished, it's the tailored blazer. It is not just a jacket, it is a symbol of structure, confidence, and quiet authority. No matter your age, a blazer frames your posture, lifts your shoulders, and gives your outfit a kind of sophistication that almost nothing else can achieve. After 60, the way we dress carries even more weight. A blazer works beautifully because it creates clean lines. It defines the shoulders, lengthens the torso, and balances the figure. Whether you're petite, tall, curvy, or slim, a blazer adds structure where the body may have softened with age. And let's be honest, posture is one of the first things people notice. A blazer encourages you to stand a little taller, walk a little straighter, and that subtle shift changes the way people see you and the way you see yourself. Now, let's talk details. The fabric of your blazer matters. Lightweight wool, linen blends, or crepe offer both structure and comfort. Avoid overly stiff or heavy fabrics, which can feel restrictive, but also steer clear of flimsy materials that collapse and lose shape. Fit is crucial. A blazer that is too tight looks uncomfortable, but one that is too loose can swallow your frame. The secret is tailoring. A small adjustment at the waist, the sleeves, or the shoulders can turn an ordinary jacket into a piece that feels like it was made for you. Color choice is another element of elegance. Black is classic, but can sometimes feel too harsh against mature skin tones. Navy, charcoal, camel, and ivory are timeless alternatives that soften the look while still keeping it sharp. For more personality, jewel tones like deep emerald, burgundy, or sapphire can look stunning, especially when paired with simple basics underneath. The beauty of the tailored blazer is in its versatility. Pair it with jeans and a silk blouse for a refined everyday look. Wear it over a midi dress for a dinner out. Combine it with trousers for an elegant, almost effortless suit. It is one of the rare pieces that adapts to nearly every occasion. Casual coffee with friends, a professional event, or a family gathering. The blazer always signals that you put thought into your appearance without trying too hard. There is also a psychological effect to wearing a blazer. Research has shown that structured clothing, especially jackets, can increase your sense of authority and competence. Think about it. When you slip on a blazer, you don't just look sharper, you feel sharper. You're more likely to speak with confidence, carry yourself with assurance, and project presence. And that's exactly what elegance after 60 is all about. Presence. Imagine this. You're meeting old friends for lunch. Most are dressed casually, as usual. You walk in wearing a simple blouse, comfortable trousers, and a beautifully fitted blazer. Instantly, all eyes are on you. Not because you're overdressed, but because the blazer frames you. It signals refinement. That single piece elevates your entire look. And without saying a word, you've become the most elegant woman at the table. So, if you're looking to begin building an elegant wardrobe, the tailored blazer is your first investment piece. It doesn't need to be expensive, but it should fit well, feel comfortable, and make you stand taller. Once you have that, every outfit you wear becomes instantly more polished. Now, let's move on to the second piece, one that adds softness and luxury to your wardrobe. The silk blouse. If the blazer is about structure and confidence, then the silk blouse is about softness and grace. It's the perfect counterbalance. Where the blazer sharpens your silhouette, a silk or quality fabric blouse drapes the body in a way that feels fluid, luxurious, and unmistakably elegant. It's not about extravagance. It's about refinement in the simplest details. After 60, many women find that their style needs a touch of lightness. Stiff cotton and synthetic fabrics can feel harsh and even unflattering against mature skin. But silk or high-quality alternatives like satin blends, crêpe de chine, or even a soft modal flows gently. It catches the light, it moves with you, and it elevates even the most ordinary outfit. A silk blouse frames the face beautifully. It reflects a subtle glow upwards, softening features and giving the skin a more radiant appearance. That's why jewel tones and soft neutrals in silk work wonders. They bring vibrancy without shouting for attention. Of course, not every blouse is created equal. The key here is quality. Choose fabrics that feel good on your skin and that fall naturally. Avoid stiff, clingy, or overly shiny materials which can feel dated or cheap. The cut matters just as much as the fabric. Look for blouses with a gentle drape. Not too tight, not too oversized. A slightly relaxed fit that skims the body gives freedom of movement while maintaining refinement. Pay attention to details like French seams, pearl buttons, or subtle pleating. These are small touches, but they make the garment feel elevated. Now, let's talk colors. For timeless elegance, ivory, cream, champagne, and soft blush are unbeatable. They pair effortlessly with trousers, skirts, or under a blazer. But don't be afraid of color. Jewel tones emerald, sapphire, ruby, or amethyst bring a richness that makes your outfit unforgettable. For styling, tuck your blouse into tailored trousers for a sleek look, or let it flow loosely over slim jeans for effortless chic. And when paired with the blazer we just discussed, that combination is unstoppable, polished, feminine, and endlessly versatile. There is a psychological side to this choice as well. Wearing silk or any fabric that feels soft and luxurious changes how you carry yourself. It's an intimate reminder that you deserve comfort and beauty at the same time. And when others see you in a silk blouse, they don't just see fabric. They see someone who values herself, someone who moves with grace and quiet assurance. Elegance is always communicated in these subtle ways. It doesn't shout, it whispers. Picture this. You're on vacation with friends. You're heading out for an evening dinner by the water. Most people are dressed casually, but you slip into a deep sapphire silk blouse, pair it with white trousers, and maybe a simple gold necklace. You're not overdressed, but everyone notices the way the fabric catches the evening light. You look radiant, effortless, and completely at ease. That is the power of the right blouse. So, if the tailored blazer gives you structure, the silk blouse gives you flow. Together, they create balance. The harmony of strength and softness that defines true elegance. If there's one piece that truly defines elegance in everyday life, it's the perfectly fitted trouser. Not jeans, not leggings, not anything overly trendy, but a trouser that is tailored to your body. Because trousers aren't just clothing, they're architecture for your silhouette. They lengthen, refine, and give you that quiet sophistication that says, I know who I am. After 60, many women struggle with finding bottoms that both flatter and feel comfortable. Elastic waistbands and baggy cuts might feel easy, but they rarely project elegance. On the other hand, overly tight or trendy styles can be unforgiving and uncomfortable. This is where the fitted trouser becomes a wardrobe hero. It offers structure without restriction, movement without sloppiness. The right pair will skim the hips, fall gracefully along the leg, and elongate your figure. No matter your height or shape, there are 3 main styles that work beautifully for women over 60. 1. Straight leg trousers. Timeless, balanced, and flattering on most body types. They're sleek enough for dinners, yet relaxed enough for everyday wear. 2. Wide leg trousers. Elegant and flowy, they create a long line and pair beautifully with blouses and blazers. Just be sure they're tailored at the waist and not overwhelming in volume. 3. Slightly cropped trousers. Perfect for warmer months or when you want to show off a polished shoe. They add a modern edge without being too trendy. Avoid trousers that sag or pull at the hem. Length and proportion make all the difference. When it comes to fabric, choose something with structure, but also comfort. Lightweight wool blends, ponte knit, or quality cotton with a hint of stretch. These fabrics hold their shape, resist wrinkles, and drape elegantly. Fit is critical. Even if you buy off the rack, consider tailoring. A simple hem adjustment or waist nipping can take trousers from average to exceptional. Think of tailoring as self-care. It's about making clothes work for you, not the other way around. Now, what about color? Black is a classic, but like with blazers, it can sometimes feel stark. Navy, charcoal, taupe, and ivory are sophisticated alternatives. For variety, add 1 or 2 pairs in softer tones like dove gray or camel. And for evenings, a rich jewel-tone trouser, say deep burgundy paired with a silk blouse, can be breathtaking. Psychologically, trousers send a different message than skirts or dresses. They signal practicality, confidence, and ease. But when fitted well, they also radiate refinement. You move differently in a good pair of trousers. You stride instead of shuffle. That sense of ease and authority is elegance in motion. Imagine walking into a cafe to meet a friend. You're wearing a pair of beautifully fitted navy trousers, a simple cream blouse tucked in, and loafers. Nothing loud, nothing flashy, yet you look effortlessly composed, like someone who pays attention to details. People notice, even if they can't explain why. That's the magic of well-chosen trousers. So, we've now built structure with the blazer, softness with the blouse, and refinement with the fitted trouser. Together, they create a foundation that can be mixed, matched, and worn in countless ways. But elegance isn't only about structure and flow, it's also about artistry, which is why our next piece, the statement scarf or shawl, is so important. If the blazer gives you structure and trousers give you refinement, then the scarf or the shawl is the touch of artistry. It's where elegance meets individuality. Scarves have been worn by queens, artists, and style icons for centuries, and there's a reason. They draw the eye toward the face, they frame your presence, and they add sophistication without requiring an entire new wardrobe. After 60, accessories play an even more important role. As our clothing choices simplify, accessories become the detail that communicates personality. A scarf or shawl softens an outfit, adds warmth and texture, and highlights your face in ways that makeup alone cannot. And unlike most clothing, scarves are timeless. The right silk square or pashmina will never go out of style, and it will never feel too young or too old. It simply adapts to you. When choosing a scarf or shawl, fabric is everything. Silk scarves bring lightness, fluidity, and a subtle glow. They're ideal for adding elegance without bulk. Cashmere or fine wool shawls bring softness, warmth, and an air of quiet luxury, perfect for cooler months or evening events. Linen or cotton scarves can be lighter for daytime, adding relaxed elegance. The goal is to choose fabrics that drape well and feel pleasant against the skin. Scratchy synthetic materials may look acceptable at first glance, but they never convey the same elegance. Color is where scarves can truly shine. A neutral outfit, a navy blazer and trousers, for example, becomes unforgettable with a jewel-toned silk scarf. Deep emerald, ruby red, or sapphire blue instantly illuminate the face. Patterns can work beautifully too, but keep them subtle and artistic. Classic paisley, soft florals, or geometric prints. Avoid overly loud or cartoonish patterns that clash with elegance. A scarf should complement, not dominate. One of the joys of scarves and shawls is their versatility. A silk square tied loosely around the neck creates a Parisian-inspired touch. Draping a pashmina shawl over your shoulders instantly makes any simple dress feel evening-ready. Even letting a scarf fall long and untied adds vertical lines which lengthen your silhouette. And here's a tip. If you don't feel comfortable wearing bold prints in clothing, wear them in your scarf. It's a low-risk, high-impact way to show personality. There's also something deeply feminine about a scarf. It moves with you, it has rhythm, it softens your presence. It's a reminder that elegance is not just about structure, but also about flow. Picture yourself attending a family gathering. You're wearing a simple cream blouse and black trousers. Lovely, but simple. Then you add a silk scarf in shades of turquoise and gold, draped lightly around your neck. Suddenly, the entire outfit changes. People notice the brightness near your face, the elegance of the detail. You didn't need a new wardrobe, you just needed the right scarf. If there is one garment that captures timeless femininity, it's the elegant midi dress. Not too short, not too long, but that perfect in-between length that flatters almost every woman. After 60, the midi dress becomes a secret weapon. Graceful, comfortable, and endlessly versatile. The beauty of the midi length is balance. Mini dresses may feel too revealing, and floor-length gowns can overwhelm the frame, but a midi falling just below the knee to mid-calf gives coverage while still allowing movement and lightness. It highlights the slimmest part of the leg, which is often flattering regardless of body shape. For women who want to look elegant without feeling restricted, the midi is that happy middle ground. It communicates refinement, not trend chasing. The key to a great midi dress lies in fabric and fit. Fabrics like jersey, crepe, silk blends, or linen drape beautifully without clinging. A-line cuts, wrap styles, and softly tailored fits work best. They create shape without being overly tight. Avoid dresses that are boxy or shapeless, which can add unnecessary volume. On the other hand, avoid cuts that cling too tightly, which can feel uncomfortable. A midi should glide, not squeeze. When it comes to color, neutrals like navy, cream, or soft gray are timeless choices for day-to-day wear. Jewel tones like emerald or burgundy make the midi dress evening-ready with minimal effort. As for prints, subtlety is key. Soft florals, polka dots, or minimal geometric patterns can add charm, but steer clear of overly busy designs that distract from your presence. Remember, the dress should highlight you, not overshadow you. The elegant midi is wonderfully adaptable. Paired with a blazer, it becomes professional and polished. With a shawl, it's ready for an evening out. Worn simply with flats, it becomes an effortless daytime piece. Shoes also make a difference. A block heel elongates the leg, while ballet flats or loafers keep it chic and comfortable. Add a scarf or a statement necklace, and you've transformed the same dress for 3 different occasions. There is also a psychology behind dresses. Unlike trousers, which suggest practicality, dresses carry more celebration. They remind us of femininity, softness, and the art of dressing for joy. Wearing a midi dress after 60 tells the world, I still embrace my elegance. It is a declaration of vitality and a refusal to fade into the background. And the best part, it takes almost no effort. Slip on one piece, and you're complete. Imagine it's a summer afternoon and you're invited to a garden party. You choose a navy wrap midi dress, add pearl earrings, and slip into nude flats. You're comfortable, cool, and graceful. The compliments come not because the dress is loud, but because it's simple, flattering, and elegant. That's the quiet power of the midi dress. So far, we've built structure with the blazer, softness with the blouse, refinement with trousers, artistry with the scarf, and now femininity with the midi dress. An outfit may begin with clothing, but it always ends at your feet. Shoes are not just accessories, they are the foundation of elegance. They carry us through life's moments. And after 60, the right pair of timeless shoes can elevate even the simplest outfit into something extraordinary. Shoes speak before you do. They can whisper refinement or they can shout carelessness. A beautiful dress paired with worn-out sneakers tells a different story than the same dress paired with a polished leather flat. Elegance is not about extravagance, it's about harmony, and the right shoes bring harmony to your entire look. Timeless shoes are not defined by trend, but by craftsmanship, comfort, and proportion. Think of styles that have remained relevant for decades. Classic pumps, ballet flats, loafers, or low-block heels. These silhouettes don't demand attention, yet they command respect. Unlike fast fashion shoes that come and go, timeless shoes are investments. They're built with quality materials, leather, suede, or well-made fabric that age gracefully instead of falling apart. And perhaps most importantly, they are designed to be worn without pain, because true elegance never looks strained. Here are a few staples every elegant woman should consider. 1. The classic flat. Whether ballet-inspired or a chic pointed toe, flats are perfect for everyday elegance. They pair beautifully with trousers, dresses, and skirts. 2. The low block heel. A 2-inch block heel elongates the legs without straining the feet. It gives posture, grace, and stability. 3. The elegant loafer. Loafers combine comfort with polish and neutral tones. They transition easily from day to evening. 4. The timeless pump. Not too high, not too flashy, just a simple, well-made pump that can be worn to dinners, events, or church gatherings. Notice these aren't about excess, they're about quiet sophistication. Color matters. Black and nude are the eternal neutrals, but don't underestimate soft metallics like gold or bronze, which can add warmth without being flashy. A single pair in a versatile shade can serve countless outfits, reducing clutter in your wardrobe while amplifying your elegance. There is also a deeper meaning behind shoes. When you wear shoes that fit well, that support you, and that complement your outfit, you walk differently. Your shoulders rise, your steps steady, and your confidence grows. Shoes carry your body, but they also carry your presence. And as we age, presence becomes the true essence of beauty. Shoes are not about impressing others. They are about walking through the world with assurance, dignity, and grace. Imagine this. You're stepping out in a simple cream midi dress. On your feet, polished nude flats with a gentle sheen. Instantly, the outfit transforms. You don't need jewelry or even makeup. The shoes do the quiet work of refinement. They don't steal attention, but they complete you. With the right shoes, every other piece we've discussed, your blazer, your blouse, your trousers, your scarf, your dress, finds its anchor. Together, These 6 pieces form not just a wardrobe, but a philosophy of dressing, one that celebrates elegance, confidence, and timeless beauty after 60. A philosophy of lasting style. Elegance past 60 shifts its focus away from competing with youth and towards a deeper, more profound kind of beauty. The beauty of inner presence, accumulated wisdom, and complete self-awareness. The 6 essential items we've discussed, the tailored blazer, the silk blouse, the perfectly fitted trouser, the statement scarf, the elegant midi dress, and the timeless shoe are not merely clothing. They are powerful instruments. These pieces enable you to project dignity, strength, softness, and confidence with ease. Elegance is not about accumulating more clothes. It's about making smarter, more intentional choices. It involves building a personal collection that mirrors your best self, not just visually, but in the way you navigate the world. Visualize entering a space. You aren't seeking attention or making a loud entrance, yet people instinctively notice you because of the radiance you project. That is the essence of elegance. It never shouts, it whispers, and its impact endures long after you leave. Once you reach this stage in life, you have nothing left to prove, yet you have every capacity to inspire those around you. When you choose to dress with this level of refinement, you affirm to both the world and yourself that your life story is still being written with beauty and resilience. Closing thoughts. If this philosophy resonates with you, I encourage you to join me in this ongoing exploration of style and self-discovery. Subscribe for further guidance on fashion, elegance, and how to live your most beautiful life after 60. In the comments below, share your thoughts. Which of these 6 cornerstone pieces do you already own, and which will be your next addition? Remember, your personal style conveys a message to yourself every day. So, choose wisely, choose beautifully, and above all, choose what makes you feel vibrant and alive. Until our next conversation, maintain your elegance, stay confident, and know that your coming years can absolutely be your most stylish.